The inflation numbers that came out in May was great news to the market, and this caused the rates to get better. Now, the prediction is that rates will start cooling down going into summer of 2023, and with the rates going down, the prediction is that buyer activity will increase. It's normal, right? And we have already started to see multiple offer scenarios in different pockets across Seattle. And in this particular market update, we'll see the national home inventory numbers and then how builder inventory, also known as new builds or new construction, is impacting existing home sales. And then we'll look at the 3-year job growth numbers across the different states in the United States. As increased job growth will mean more money in people's hands to up the home buyer activity potentially, correct? Hey, Ravi here with the Rams Group at eXp Realty. If you're just tuning in, thank you for stopping by. We have a great market update in store for you. Tighten your seatbelts and let's go. First, the number of newly listed homes was down 21.3% year over year in April of 2023. And there were just 77,000 new listings across the country last week, which was a decrease of about 9.4% from the previous week. And new listings coming on have been lower than 2022 for the past 43 weeks. In April, the number of new listings that came on was low all across the US in different regions nationally. Specifically, in the West, this number was down 33.2% from the last year. Now, the reason for the low inventory is primarily because of the lock-in effect, which is due to sellers being locked in at high 2s and low 3s interest rates wise when they either purchased or refinanced their homes in 2021 and 2022. And if they were to sell their homes right now and go ahead and buy, they will have to go and pay somewhere in the mid 6s, right? Interest rates wise, making them stay put. That said, if you're a seller, the current market is still a seller's market with super low inventory across many regions, which you can leverage to your advantage and tap into the buyer pool to sell your home for top dollar. Something to think about, okay? Next, let's look at the newly built homes inventory. With more new builds coming on the market from builders, we are seeing about a 25% share of all the listed homes being newly built homes from builders, okay? Now, without a lot of existing homes being listed and the low inventory situation being prevalent, builders are perfectly leveraging the market to their advantage by releasing so many new homes, besides throwing in a lot of incentives to capture buyers. Now, most new builds from builders will not be listed on the MLS, which is a given. Now, this in effect means that sites like Redfin, Zillow, and Realtor.com will not even show those homes. If buyers are looking for builder-built new construction homes, then the buyers will have to go directly to the builder websites to look for those homes. Now, what does this mean statistics-wise? It means that just because the builders' homes are not listed on the MLS, all the statistics that we've been sharing don't take those numbers into account, and this makes the statistics a little skewed, if you will. The job growth across all the states in the US over the past 3 years was released in March of 2023. This, of course, did not account for the most recent layoffs that happened. However, this should help you note that Washington is just at 3.5% job growth overall. Job growth overall in California was 2.8%, and the largest job growth of all was in Idaho, which rang in at about 9.5%. Now, this means the robust home sales also follow along those job numbers. Now, home sales activity was more brisk in Idaho compared to that of Washington. Now, why is this important? It is because of the absorption rate, which is a metric used in real estate market to evaluate the rate at which available homes are sold in a specific market during a given time period, okay? And the absorption rate was way better in Idaho as a whole compared to that of Washington, which means more brisk buyer activity there. After looking at the data nationally, let's tie it into what it means locally, specifically in the 3 counties, King, Snohomish, and Pierce, okay? Now, before drilling into all the local data, something for you to note is that we are seeing multiple offers and cash offers come back. In short, some aspects do resemble the hot sellers market we saw in 2021 and 2022. So if you or anyone you know is planning to buy a home, you will have to act quickly to get the home of your choice, okay? Well, you may wonder, if the interest rates are high right now and if the prediction is that they are going to go low in summer, Why not wait? Excellent question. You can. However, something to note is that when the interest rates go back down, and if and when they do, all the buyers who are sitting on the sidelines will come back in droves into the market and drive the prices way up, which is what we saw in 2021 and 22, if you will, right? You can always get the rates in the mid sixes now and refinance it later, which is a better way to go rather than wait and pay escalated price for homes. Now, the cost of refinancing may be less compared to paying higher escalated prices. Wouldn't you agree? Now, that said, I can connect you with great lender partners of ours who can run the numbers for you and suggest the right course of action, which you can act on more than anything. Let me know. Then, let us look at the number of active homes for sale in King County. There were 1,994 new listings that came on, which include both new construction homes, yes, those that the builders chose to list on the multiple listing service, as well as resales. As can be seen, the inventory is about 36% less than what it was compared to last year. This low inventory makes it a great time to list homes. And also, the number of new listings in Snohomish and Pierce counties decreased by 46 and 42% respectively. Next, looking at the pending sales. This decreased by 23.8% in King County year over year, and the other two counties, Snohomish and Pierce, also observed similar decreases in the number of homes that went under contract. Now, this was primarily due to buyers not taking action and having to pay a higher mortgage, as well as many sellers also not coming to terms with their list prices, listing their homes way higher, thinking that they can come down later, causing the homes to sit longer on the market, if you will. Now, the days on market increased year over year to 22 days from 8 in King County, and this is a 175% increase year over year. The condos number of days before going under contract increased to 26 days, which was a 116% increase year over year. Now, interestingly, homes stayed longer before going under contract in Snohomish and Pierce counties, and the reason for this is that when there is a market slowdown, the impact is felt on outer counties like Snohomish and Pierce compared to King, and it travels inward, okay? And when the market picks back up, it goes in the opposite direction. Also, during a downturn or a situation where buyer and seller activity is typically low or reduced, luxury homes stay much longer on the market than regular bread and butter homes, something for you to remember, okay? Now, the median and the average prices decreased by 12.5 and 11.4% respectively. And this can primarily be attributed to two reasons. Number one is that there is more movement in bread and butter homes, typically between $600,000 to $800,000, causing the numbers to be skewed downward. And number two is that there have been some price reductions on the homes launched, including sellers coming to terms with the market and pricing their homes where they will sell instead of sticking to higher prices and then thinking that they could later on come down. Now, we talked about multiple offers coming back in, correct? Now, we saw that pick up somewhat in April, and in May, it's becoming more of a commonplace. To the same note, many homes that were listed that went under contract and closed received about 101.5% of the list price. Though this was 9.1% less than what it was last year, it still was higher than the list price. Now, we have to be aware that market velocities between the last year, 2022, and this year, 2023, are way different. And the market activity was fiercer at the same time last year than this year. Okay? And interestingly enough, the inventory of homes and condos available for sale in King County increased by 3.4% and 30% respectively, while the number of homes as well as condos available for sale decreased in both Snohomish and Pierce counties. And finally, the months of supply is still less than 2 months for both condos and single-family homes across all the three counties, still pointing to it being very much a seller's market. And the months of supply of inventory is a calculation that qualifies the relationship between supply and demand in a housing market. If new homes stopped entering the market, how many months would it take to burn through all of the homes currently available for sale? That's what that metric means. Hey, a short detour. If you enjoyed the content of this video and found the information useful, consider subscribing to my channel. I hope to share relevant, meaningful, and actionable real estate content with you to keep you posted. Well, that's a wrap. I've included the data for all the 3 counties below for you to look at, slice and dice. And I have access to way more data and can help you get the information you need specific to your zip code, area, and what have you. Just let me know, okay? And I'm happy to get that for you. Now, you enjoy the sun as it lasts. Until next time, you stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.